Hey there, lovely people of the internet. Now, you're probably wondering why I haven't uploaded anything in a while. Now, that's mostly because I have been working on another video with RagingCrows.net. The link for that video will be in the description below. You know, you can check that out. Go to their channel, show them some love, tell them Evanito sent you. Please tell them I sent you. Besides that, I was taking a break because, you know, it was Thanksgiving holiday. I thought that I deserved a break. Also, besides that, I have been preparing to do an unboxing video because I did snag me a copy of Final Fantasy 15's Collector's Edition. Now, that should be arriving later this week, and I will do the unboxing and upload that as quickly as I can. It'll probably be up before this video, to be quite honest with you. But, you know, I'm not going to worry about the convoluted timeline of which video will come out first. You guys will just have to see that when it happens. Now, Shogo Makishima, by most, if not all accounts, is the protagonist of Psycho Pass, and it's really not hard to believe given his track record. However, I'm not here to tell you guys how much of a villain he was. You're probably already aware of that. I'm here to tell you guys that Shogo Makishima was actually one of the heroes.
But Evanito, how could he possibly be the hero when he encouraged others to do wrong? And even he himself got his hands dirty.
Well, the answer is pretty simple, internet. As the series starts, the only other person to see any sort of flaw in the Sybil system was not the protagonist, Akane Tsunemori. Like the rest of us, she had to learn about the flaws in the Sybil system for some plot progression or some other reason. But that's not my point. From the beginning, no, before the story of the anime even began, one man saw a flaw in the system, Tomomi Masaoka. Yes, the quasi-father figure himself didn't always believe in the system. Back in his day, Masaoka was a regular detective that used methods we're all familiar with today thanks to CSI. The Sybil system was eventually implemented, and with it completely removing the idea of full investigations and instead of relying on absolute judgment, Masaoka wasn't too fond of that. It thus eventually clouded his hue and he became the Masaoka we're now familiar with. Now, Masaoka and Shogo Makishima are still on two completely different sides of the spectrum, but allow me to bring Shogo a little bit closer. Shogo's methods may not have been the best, but everything he did was in fact to make a point. At the point in the story that the anime starts, the Sybil system has reduced man to its economic and carnal sides. Literature is literally no longer considered essential. See, Makishima is a literate man, and he understands that reading is essential. Maybe in this version of Japan, college English professors were probably driven out of a job. I don't know. The literate people are considered outcasts to society under the Sybil system. Isolation builds mistrust and finally malice against fellow men, which leads to the darkest depths of misanthropy. Now, it's obvious that Makishima wished for a better society, and his encouraging of heinous crimes to expose flaws in the Sybil system probably wasn't the best way to go about doing that. Now, there is still a way we can use to tell if Makishima was in fact the villain or the hero. So, while it may seem I've written myself into a corner, I've got one last shred of hope for why I believe Shogo Makishima was the antagonist of Psycho Pass the entire time. Now, you've probably never heard of it, but there's a game called Dungeons & Dragons that came out in 1974. In the original D&D, there was an alignment system to categorize the ethical and moral perspectives of players and non-player characters and creatures. It allowed players to choose from 3 alignments when writing a character: lawful, implying honor and respect for society's rules; chaotic, implying rebelliousness and individualism; and neutral, seeking a balance between the two extremes. Now, if given the alignment chart alone, Makishima would undoubtedly fall under chaotic, but the 1977 release of Dungeons & Dragons basic set introduced a second axis of good, implying altruism and respect for life, versus evil, implying selfishness and no respect for life. So like before, with the law versus chaos alignment chart, a neutral position exists between the extremes. Characters and creatures could be lawful and vile at the same time, or chaotic but good. Now, you're probably sitting there wondering what D&D has to do with anything, but I can assure you that characters from across any medium can be categorized based on their ethical and moral perspective. And not to delve too deep into the chart, but I'm suggesting that Shogo Makishima falls under the alignment of a chaotic good character. Yes, internet, I am suggesting that Shogo Makishima the entire time was actually one of the good guys. Chaotic good characters are described as individuals that do what is necessary to bring about change for the better. They believe that too much order is bad for everybody, and the betterment of all can only be achieved by actively rejecting any higher instances of power. And like I said before, internet, Shogo just wanted to make a statement. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please go ahead and hit that like button. Or if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and like. I don't know, just do both. It would make me feel great. Now, if you disagreed with anything I said in the video, or if you disagreed with the entire video altogether, go ahead and hit the dislike button. It would make me feel better if you also typed in the comments below why you did disagree. That way we could start a discussion. I want you guys to be active with me. We can talk, internet. It would make me feel great. I'm always open to having new friends. I don't have many to begin with, so I could really use some more. Now, if you want to see some more cool stuff that I have been working on lately, click that link in the description below so you can see the videos that I've been working on with RagingNerds.net alongside Raging Crow himself. You know, we talk about our top 10 waifus. It's kind of a waifu war, and I know he would appreciate it if you guys went ahead and showed him some love too. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.